first carry now for Nick Chubb. And he'll hope that this is not a sign of what's in store as he has to fight just to get back to the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now. Now Mayfield. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
And that is incomplete. And the pressure there on third down, forcing the errant pass. Fourth down coming up. So the defense able to get off the field here on third down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on third down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
They'll score that a 36-yard punt. And the Broncos take over. First down and 10. Locke and the Broncos going to come up first and 10 at the 34. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
They fake the handoff. Now Locke. He'll let this go deep for Sutton. That's caught inside the 20. And he takes this way down deep into Cleveland territory. Pretty good timing. He waited just enough for that post play to develop and laid it right in there.
And you know what a lot of teams do when they decide to throw a post route? Because it's a little bit longer developing play. They max protect. Bring everyone in, keep the tight end in, an extra back to make sure the quarterback has time to deliver the football.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Locke working out of the gun. A throw left side, hauled in by Hamler. And the Broncos are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line. Gordon will take it in. Touchdown, Denver. Both sides of the football in sync early. You force the 3 and out, and then you take it down, score points.
You know what that tells me? They sold their game plan really well. Head coach said, listen, we're just going to stop them on 3 and out. We're going to take the ball downfield and score. But he also told them how it was going to happen. They're going to run this. We're going to stuff it. Then we're going to take the ball. They won't be able to keep up with us. They got it done.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. Now returning it, Antonio Callaway. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Cleveland offense ready to go. They're riding a 2-game winning streak into this Thursday nighter. How easy is it when you're on a roll to stay on a roll given the quick turnaround?
Well, you would think it'd be pretty easy because everyone's locked in practice and meetings because everyone feels good about themselves. And for coaches, this is where they have to tell themselves, don't add too much. Don't worry about game plans as much as players. So look at your play sheet and think, give it to the guys who play best and don't worry about the rest of it.
Throwing, Mayfield. Oh, ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown. And this defense looking like they have come to play the pick six, and just like that, it's 13-0 early on.
Well, go back with me to our training camp visits. What do we hear during these drills? Pass. Ball's in the air.
And then my favorite.
Oski, that's the interception. That means everybody finds someone to block them legally, stay on your feet, and they get it done. Touchdown.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Browns drive about to get started. And they just had that pick six. I guess the only positive maybe of them returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field to try to make up for it.
I like that because now it doesn't give them a chance to go to the bench and really settle. You know, to sit there and kind of seethe over the idea that they turned the ball over previously. Right back out there. It's almost like hopping right back on the bike after falling over. See if they can get the ball moving again.
Yeah, we'll see if they can do it here.
Let's get this ball back for the offense. Let's go. Regular. Watch the pass.
From the 27, Mayfield. Into the secondary, past the 40. He gets it across the 50 and down to the 48. A first down there on a pickup, the 25. Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Mayfield now from the 50. And it's hauled in by Austin Hooper.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
Could be 4-down territory even if they don't get this, but they need just a few inches here on 3rd. From the gun, Mayfield. Flush to his right. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. Baron Browning in there to record the 2nd sack of his young NFL career. Feeling like they're not quite in field goal range yet. They're going to go for it on 4th. They'll run for it. Chubb. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down.
Just like that. Just like that. 43 is the mic. You're not ready. You're not ready. 43.
Mayfield now. And that is incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. Handoff comes to Chubb. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4.
Squish, double
The first thrown out for the backup, Keenum.
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted.
Picked off at the 19. Well, certainly not how he wanted to start his night. First throw of the game, an INT.
Yeah, it's not easy, but he's got to try and wipe that one away from the memory banks. And let's face it, it's not often a quarterback and a defensive back have a lot in common. But one thing, because they have these individual type plays, they've got to have short memories, don't they? DB gets beat, wipe it away, quarterback throws a pick, has to do the same thing.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
They come off a victory over the weekend, but now the quick turnaround here for this Thursday night game. How does that affect how teams like this approach these short turnarounds?
Well, wins and losses always factor into, how you're getting ready for the next game. But equally as important when you have the short turnaround, what is your injury situation? Are you losing key guys? And if so, how well have the backups prepared for this? Because you don't have much time to get them ready. They have to be ready before this week in order to play well in this game.
That one good for 26 and a first down. Shotgun snap to Locke. Going for it all. And this is caught by Sutton. Touchdown Broncos. Cortland Sutton, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Broncos will extend their lead. Now McManus for the extra point. And it is now 21-0. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Chubb on the counter. Chubb will have the first down and much more. And he's going to get this to the 40-yard line. That's good for 21 yards and a first down. Once he broke through that first wave of defenders, there was a pretty big gap there for him to run.
And it helps that they were in a dime defense. That's 6 defensive backs. So this is why a lot of teams now are searching for those linebacker safety combo type guys who can add a little bit more size on the defensive side of the ball, but can still run as well, because when you run against 6 DBs with some bigger offensive linemen, you often get this result.
They'll have to deal with a 2nd and 14 now after the loss. Mayfield to throw it. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. The Browns on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 14. Mayfield off the play fake.
Quickly into the hands of Beckham.
And he gets this only to the 44-yard line. Not near enough to keep the drive alive. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down. They're indeed going. It's Mayfield. And bringing it in right side here, Beckham. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. Boy, that's some kind of effort. When he caught it, I doubted if he could get there. Knew it was going to be close, but credit him. Really good effort.
How about the rack on that play, the run after catch? But most of the time we think of it as just being an open field and picking up yardage. Sometimes you have to be real physical in order to gain the yardage you need for a first down.
Mayfield able to get this one to his tight end, Njoku.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice, easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. Anthony Schwartz, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Browns make some inroads here on that deficit. Extra point was hooking, but he does make it through. And the lead will be cut down to 14. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They have been red hot, sometimes white hot here in this first half. They're just looking to add to that total right now.
And this has to serve as a reminder to myself because so many times I get wrapped up in the play calling, how they've sequenced things, how it's run. But, you know, at the end of the day, it's still execution. Those guys out on the field, and right now they are locked in and really looking good.
They'll try to continue to be locked in here as we get ready to approach halftime. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. Here's Locke. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they didn't completions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
Now Locke again.
Quick slant to Hamler. And he will have a Broncos first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Well, things are definitely going right for them here in the first half. Pick a down, any down, even third down, no problem. They get a connection there and pick up a fresh set of downs, continuing to move the ball.
Fakes the give to Gordon. Now here's Locke to throw. No escape from Locke, and he'll go down.
Jadeveon Clowney showing the explosiveness on the sack.
Signed in the offseason, Jadeveon Clowney. Everywhere he goes, people expect to see what we just saw. Him chasing quarterbacks and putting them on the deck. He's been around in this league a number of different places, but in each spot, the expectation is that he may get double-digit sacks.
Under pressure, they got him again. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half.
So 3rd and long now for Locke and the Broncos following the sack.
Throwing now is Locke. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Obi Melifonwu.
So now it appears they're going to accept the penalty which means take away the interception. Also means keep your defense on the field. Don't understand this one bit.
So 2 first downs, and that moves the ball to the 42 now, 1st and 10. Now a play fake, and here's Locke. And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now, just under 30 seconds to go in this first half. He was waving his arms, wanted the football, but he dropped it. And that reminds me of the story you told me from your days at Tennessee. We don't need to mention the other guy's name, but when he dropped an open pass that you blew coverage on, what'd you say to him?
Yeah, it's really not right since I blew coverage, but since he dropped the pass, I said, well, maybe next time he'll just walk it out here and hand it to you. Would that be easier? He wasn't real thrilled with that.
That's cold-blooded. Cold-blooded. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Locke going to throw. Left side here, that's the tight end Fant. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. Again, they'll throw with Locke.
This is Hamler on the receiving end.
And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
Watch 36 to Mike. Mike 36. Mike 36. Good track. Watch 36 to Mike. Man, I got you.
Now Locke. A pass for Sutton is intercepted. Picked off down near the 5. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Broncos with a lead, and they will be receiving this kickoff here as quarter 3 is underway.
And no run back here as the third quarter will commence with a touchback.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation to pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
2nd and 10.
Clock now to throw. He's got his big tight end, Fant. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. Play action. Now it's Locke. Steps away.
This one complete to Jerry Jeudy. And he will have a Broncos first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
What you doing?
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 45-yard line. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
So much about defending the pass is being able to be right there at the moment the ball gets to the receiver, and he was right in his hip pocket, helping force that incompletion.
Here's 2nd and 10. Locke going to hand it off here to Gordon. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
How about this defense? They came up with a couple of big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started. And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out. And now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, partner, you can sense them saying, okay, the first half was theirs, but now let's get the momentum back on our side. We forced a punt. Now let's go downfield and score. If we do that, we'll be set up well for this second half.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Mayfield looks to throw. Throw left side, caught by the tight end, Njoku. And he is down at the 48. A pickup of 4 that started at one 48-yard line and ended at the other. Now a 2nd down and 6. That's a jet sweep. They get it to Foster. Takes this to the 45. Not much space after that broken tackle.
Well, they gave up a few yards there, but all in all, I think it's a pretty nice job defensively against the jet sweep. If they don't slow him up, he might take it to the house, so they'll take that play every time on the defensive side of the ball.
Play fake. Mayfield. And he will find his man Schwartz. That's complete. And he is going to have a Browns 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
Mayfield now looking to throw on 1st down. They'll go screen here to Hunt. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down to about the 21 or 22. The 1st down screen pass, good for 5.
Boy, that was certainly well-read defensively. And the key to any screen play is space to work. And there was none to be found there. And they tackle him for just a short gain.
To throw again on 2nd down. Mayfield. And he's got the hook up to Landry. Mayfield on target to Landry for a Browns 1st down.
I think that's a big pickup for a 1st down, because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a 1st down. Executed it to perfection. Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10. A give. This is Chubb. And he's going to get about 4 down inside the 10 to the 9. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
They run it again with Chubb. He'll be taken down well behind the line, and I think he might have just given those 4 yards right back. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down. One quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Browns on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. Mayfield.
Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted.
A great read, and it's picked off.
And the Broncos are going to take over at their own 2-yard line. Well, certainly not on their side offensively. They had to take some chances, but that interception will further hinder their already slim chance at victory.
Yeah, and you're talking about time not on their side, but it certainly is on the defense's side, and they understood that. They knew they had to press it a little bit, and they planned accordingly, and what a benefit for them, able to pick that one off and hopefully put this game away.
Now a throw downfield is taken in by his running back. And he takes this just about a yard shy of the 20. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks. So a much rosier picture now after that last play. Here's 1st and 10 at the 19-yard line. From the gun, it's Locke. Flushed out right. And he'll just get rid of it.
Well, that's where this Cleveland crowd, the dog pound in particular, make it difficult on opposing offenses. It looked like they might have had troubles communicating at the line, and it leads to the incompletion.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Here's Locke to throw. Open man Hamler, that's complete. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another 1st down. Locke off a play action. He'll go up top here for Hamler. He's got a man complete. And all the way home for a Broncos score. K.J. Hamler, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Broncos could be on their way to a 5-2 start as they add on to their lead. Extra point from McManus is good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away.
And this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25.
The Cleveland offense ready to go.
Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat.
Pressure comes and down goes Baker Mayfield.
It was Von Miller who shot in there to get him down.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury.
Meanwhile, Mayfield's throw pulled in by Schwartz.
They get 14 back, but it leads now to a third down. They're giving those short little routes, tackled him in bounds, too. They're just not wanting to get beat over the top.
Yeah, and if you can't really get downfield, take the short routes. But now you got to have guys who can actually break tackles and increase those gains.
Let's go, boys, let's go.
They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains. They go play action. Mayfield. And finding the tight end, Hooper. That catch good for only a couple. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Regular. March 43. March 43. Hey, let's get some penetration here.
From the 44, Mayfield. Man open, that's Robert Foster complete. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. It's got to be so tough having the ball in the middle of the field like that, knowing that a linebacker is just waiting to make a big tackle like we just saw.
No doubt about it, because offense coordinators love to call plays to send receivers into the middle of the field. And linebackers, they want to naturally discourage those plays from being called.
3rd and short yardage, Mayfield. He's going to dump this off to his running back, Hunt. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score.
Quarterback, don't get nervous now. We ain't beginning to turn you up. Don't get nervous. 56 to Mike. Point it right.
First down, Mayfield. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. I want to go back to something you said in the first quarter about winning.
Is it a positive?
It is a positive.
Okay.
About winning the turnover battle. As a visiting team, as an underdog, you were right. They've done just that, and look where it's gotten them.
It's part of the formula. When you go on the road, as you mentioned, being an underdog, winning the turnover battle is a big key, and this one's playing out in this one.
And Mayfield again with the interception, his 3rd.
Picked off by Bryce Callahan. And the Broncos are going to take over at their own 41. That is now 7 interceptions between last week and this week. 3 in this game, 4 a week ago.
And I saw the head coach write on his play sheet, make a little note. I hope he's writing self-scout. Bring in the guys that scout games for you with a different eye and watch him and see what's going on, and maybe they can pick up what the flaws are, and hopefully they can correct them.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They'll try and grind some clock with Gordon. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a first down. Now Gordon. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
It went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Yeah, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They'll try the right side this time. Here with Gordon. Trying to get out wide, but he's going to be tackled right near the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. From the gun on third down, Locke. Now Locke, he lost the football. It's out. So this one will wind up a Denver victory. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way